Hello, my name is Julie Ward and I'm a British member of the European Parliament representing the northwest of England. I apologise for not being able to attend Kashmir Day celebrations with you, as I'm currently in Strasbourg for the European Parliament's plenary session. Human rights in Indian-occupied Kashmir are a matter of great concern for many of my constituents, and I have consistently raised this issue during my mandate here in the European Parliament. And I've also spoken twice in the United Nations Human Rights Council on the matter of women victims of violence in Kashmir. Indian-occupied Kashmir is the most militarized area in the world. Human rights violations by the occupying forces happen on a daily basis and have sadly become part of the population's normal day-to-day life. Indian authorities routinely use pellet guns, particularly against young people. These weapons are capable of inflicting serious injuries, although they are classified as non-lethal. Pellet guns are used indiscriminately against protesters and bystanders during street demonstrations. The Indian military appear to particularly target the eyes of the victims and have caused blindness in many cases. The latest developments in the area are of particular concern for those of us who are concerned about women's rights. There have been reports of braid chopping attacks supported by the Indian authorities. Such attacks are despicable attempts to hurt women's bodily integrity and dignity. They constitute a violation of cultural rights. These braid chopping attacks are designed to demoralize and subjugate the victims and also have an adverse effect on their families and the wider community. There has also been growing concern over cases of post-traumatic stress disorder in conflict zones such as Indian-occupied Kashmir. And as someone who understands the importance of mental health for the well-being of women, I value the work of organisations such as MSF, which is Doctors Without Borders, in the treatment of mental disorders. However, there needs to be a broader realisation of the crucial importance of their work and a more systematic approach to the problems encountered. For us in Europe, I believe we must continue to raise these issues, and I therefore call on the European Union and its member states, including the United Kingdom, to uphold India to the highest human rights standards. I'm very worried by the possibility of the UK leaving the European Union and the serious threat this presents to the Kashmiri community at home and abroad in their struggle for peace, justice and self-determination. As British diplomats and as members of the European Parliament, our presence in Brussels and Strasbourg, and thereby on the world stage, has helped to keep these issues high on the agenda. For example, through us taking a lead in the European Parliament's Friends of Kashmir group, through the tabling of parliamentary questions to the High Representative, through country-specific missions, reports and events, through close relations with the Pakistan ambassador to the EU, and through liaison with the European-wide Jammu and Kashmir self-determination movement. I myself have spoken in the Belgian Senate on behalf of the cause, alongside elected members from the diaspora. All committed Europeans, as well as being strong voices for their ancestral homeland. On Kashmir Day, I would therefore like to call on civil society organisations, MEPs and diplomats to strongly encourage their colleagues from other member states to take up this issue and commit to continue to raise it if and when Brexit happens. Meanwhile, I hope you will join me in fighting Brexit, exposing the lies and myths of the Leave campaign, particularly with regard to Commonwealth countries for whom the EU has been a powerful platform, largely because of their historic ties with the UK, and who will undoubtedly struggle on the world stage along with a diminished UK outside the EU. In the meantime, I assure you, I stand in solidarity with the Kashmiri people.